Down Podcast.
Hello, Patreon subscribers.
Welcome to the paid section.
Yeah, welcome to
the
where all the
Players
real
Club.
niggas at.
Yeah. We only recording on this one?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was finna say that one turned away. I ain't know what was going on.
No, just that one.
Okay.
All right, so
we're here.
I'm sure you all saw episode 106 this week. We had a great time at the Pride drag show that we went to for Rachel. Me and Dupree and my girl went there.
They was shaking ass.
They was doing a little song, little romp shake.
They were in there shaking ass.
Yeah, they was. I'm gonna be posting that content soon. You all will have that, and only you.
So what was the point of the event? Like what they do? Was it like a talent show or something?
So have you ever been into a drag show?
No.
So what happens is people in drag perform to music for a group of people, and usually if it's a brunch or if it's a dinner, it's at a restaurant so that people can eat, and they just perform as you are entertained and you eat, and you hand off gifts to them as a form of gratitude for them sharing their talents with you. So it's typical for people to bring dollar bills, and you just you throw bread for them, and they come get it from you. They perform to you, whatever. Yeah.
What's the straight version of this without being a stripper? Do straight people got this?
Because
like I would do
cabaret?
that. Men can do that.
I mean, men could do a cabaret.
Okay, I don't think I would. Like, can I just walk out and like hold my saxophone and like people give me gifts for doing that?
Yeah.
Hey, line it up.
Y'all already do it.
Line it up. No, we don't.
Go outside downtown. This niggas drumming right now.
They actually doing stuff. I don't want to be doing nothing for real.
It's you're showcasing a talent. You're not just in drag, Like you're giving them a performance.
Can straight people wear drag?
Yeah, it's actually, I learned that while at the event, which you'll learn when you see it posted. There was a drag man. I think that's what it was called. I can't remember, but it was, you can be a lady in drag or you could be a man in drag. You basically, when you're in drag, you're being the opposite of what your assigned sex is.
Okay.
Pretty much. So women can be in drag, and they're being in drag to pose as their idea of the man that they are.
Okay.
The man that they would be if they was to be a man. So it was someone there, and their stage name was Uncle, and she pretty much was in drag as her meth head white uncles that she grew up on.
Okay.
And so she looked like a redneck, and she performed as looking like that.
So drag ain't necessarily rooted in gayness.
No, it's rooted in being whoever you want to be. Be who you are.
This is insane. I'm learning a lot.
Yeah, and that's what I try to get people to understand. This probably would be great to share with our non-Patreon members for the people.
It definitely would have. You just put me on game.
I might clip this part up, but
this should definitely be
that's what being in drag is just being prideful of being whoever the fuck you want to be, and you choose to. You create a persona of exactly what you've ever imagined. You can do that with being a drag.
So what's the line between performing in drag and like being a stand-up comedian or something? Like you said, Shorty went out there as a drunk white uncle and whatever and performed. Why, or not necessarily why, but like why wouldn't someone deem that as like her being a comedian or like doing comedy or something?
I mean, if that's your interpretation, that can be that. But if she's saying that, she said it verbatim, because I asked her, what is your stage name? You're a woman,
right? You're
different from everybody else here. And she gave the rundown of what she created.
Mm-hmm.
It's based off of my meth head white uncles, and that's her stage name is Uncle. So that is what she told you verbatim. This is what I'm in drag as.
Mm-hmm.
But when she performed to one of the songs, Justin Bieber Baby, and she danced to the song and she sang the song to us. That was her performance. So you wouldn't technically say she's a comedian because she
basically doing karaoke.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel it.
Yeah.
I'm still a little confused on some ignorant shit, but sure we'll cross that bridge. But if she wanted to tell
jokes, you could say that she's doing
or maybe she's a drag comedian.
I mean, no, she's just in drag.
Just in drag telling jokes?
Yeah, like that's the issue with a lot of us is we have to make it make sense. Like we try to put it in a box.
Right.
You either are you a comedian or at all? What is this? Because I only know comedians that tell jokes. So what the fuck is this? That's how we've been wired to just only view something one way, and if it's not that, then it got to be something else. And if it doesn't have a term for it, then we need to create a term for it so it can make sense to me.
Right.
Why can't it just be
what it is?
What it is.
Yeah. The only reason I went to that because of that, like, because this is what it is. Like, I would deem somebody doing that, like if you as a woman, you dress up as a white dude, and let's say you're not doing the karaoke type shit, but you telling jokes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't look at you as drag. I would look at you as being a comedian. Even if you are at a drag show, I still go, well, why are you at a drag show when you're doing comedy? To me. Yeah. Because to me, you're not doing drag. Yeah. But in that room, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They know what the fuck going on. And nigga, this is just what it is. It's drag. He's not a comedian. It's drag. Yeah. So I'm with that. I think I'm
multiple
finally.
Things can also be true.
Two things can exist at the same time. They still can be up there
giving jokes, and that is comedy.
They can still be a comedian. Yeah, the comedian just likes to dress and drag and go and do drag shows.
Yeah, but you as a spectator should not be there trying to figure out what the fuck is this nigga doing.
Yeah, especially not at a drag show.
They're expressing themselves. That's all that they're doing.
Right,
is expressing themselves, and it's up to you to. That's why you give dollar bills. It's to show like, hey, I fuck with what you're doing.
I feel
cool.
it.
Yeah.
It's just the drag was always given to us, I think, as like gay people stuff.
Yeah, because gay people created drag, but when women were welcomed into drag by all people that created drag, because they said, I would like to dress as a man and express myself as what I think that is.
Right.
It's the straight niggas that just can't get on board with, stepping out of that box of just thinking everything.
Bro, we're ignorant. We're ignorant.
Moving on. So
we're ignorant.
The pre said we had popped his drag cherry. That was his first drag show. So he said he had a lot of fun.
Okay.
So the thing I would say that I wanted to talk to with you is the list that you had sent me of the 5 different types of men.
Oh shit!
So I'm gonna pick that up real quick so we can see that together.
No, I'm gonna bring it up on my end too. We gonna follow along. I normally don't click on stuff like this, but I'm like, let me just go see what this shit is. Yeah. I'm just mad it was all white people for the picture, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's kind of hesitated me on sending it to you, but I'm like, no, it's still a good read, or an interesting read, should I say?
Yeah. And white people don't understand that shit. That's why I was talking about the majority don't ever know when to be underrepresented. Mm-hmm. White people can't take it when they're not represented in something.
Boy,
we can read through this and take the information still, even though the infographic was created with nothing but white men.
The graphic is white men. When you read the verbiage used in here, like you can tell it's written from like a white American ass type of person. Like, yeah. But I still read it. You know, it was interesting.
Damn, where
I was trying to like diagnose. I think that's the right word I use. Like which one I am. Uh-huh. I don't know.
I'm trying to start from the top, but it's all jumbled up. Okay, so the 6 types of personalities of the modern man. There's the alpha, the beta, the delta, the gamma, the omega, and the sigma. So the alpha is what I think a lot of people are accustomed to, which is alpha males are assertive and dominant. They often take charge in social settings and have high social status and are charismatic leaders. They're at a center of attention like a CEO who can effortlessly command a room. Examples of an alpha male is Captain America, King Leonidas.
Leonidas? Wait, whoa. Leon. I think he spelled that wrong.
Okay, because I don't know who that
is.
Leonidas.
Yeah, there we go.
That look right. Thomas Shelby. These are also white male references. Yep. These characters are strong leaders, exhibit courage, and inspire those around them. The beta are less dominant and more agreeable and cooperative. They play a passive role in social hierarchies and crave forming relationships.
I think I'm a Sigma male.
Okay, let me go to the Sigmas.
Yeah, let's read the Sigma males.
The Sigma males they reject traditional and social hierarchies and value their independence and self-reliance. They share charismatic traits with alphas, but operate outside of conventional norms. A lone wolf who doesn't seek validation from others embodies this archetype.
Gang shit.
So that would be James Bond, John Wick, and Bruce Wayne.
See, I was thinking more along. It's funny because even the example I give is a white man of Wolverine, but these are cool.
Okay.
I fuck with Wolverine. He could stand on his own too, but when gang call him like, hey, we finna be on some gang shit, bro, know how to go sign up for a role.
Okay. So you see yourself as an alpha, but just not traditional.
I feel like I can plant my feet and my heart like an alpha male.
Okay.
That's really it.
Okay. What about
I don't think I could rule with the iron fist.
What about a Delta?
Which one was Delta? I don't think I would. Fuck these niggas do. Delta males often go unnoticed in social settings. They are neither dominant nor submissive and fairly average in social interactions. Social interactions. Their adaptability makes them reliable, but they rarely lead. Yeah,
I say a Delta because you talk a lot about like just dating and how sometimes the women foots the bill and you don't really pay for dates and then you're not someone that craves the attention. And I also think that you are someone that shies away from the attention, even when the attention should be on you right now.
I hate it.
And I just think that the Delta spoke more Jonesy to me than the Sigma. Even though you aren't as traditional, leading is sometimes something that you don't really care to always have to have happen for yourself. And I think the Sigmas are just alphas, but just non-traditional alphas.
Right.
So I think the Delta might be more you.
Like, I like leading myself more before leading a pack. Like, I like to lead myself within the pack. Like, whatever the group goal is, I go, I bet. So let me lead myself into being like the best for the team type thing. I think that's why, yeah, that's me. But yeah, I could bounce either between the two. You can't go wrong.
Do you think that we got this right as far as men are the ones who are supposed to lead and have these different if we can have 6 different archetypes of men and you got some of them that say that these niggas don't want to lead.
Right. I think it started off right. Like I 100% think men are like supposed to lead, be at the top, be in the front, whatever. I think that's right. But I think throughout time and life and society and wars and all that other bullshit that happened, it turns out that it's not conducive anymore.
Okay. I would go to say that seeing the wars happen, it shows, and just knowing that women were there to help in war and they were there to help heal these people. And sometimes, because you have those cases of those women that chose to take the leadership role because they felt like they were doing it better than the men were.
Right.
And like the Griselda, you know who that person is?
Right.
I wouldn't say she was the best ever, but she was amongst the best of people working the cartel.
Right.
And that just goes to show that women are capable to lead and do it, if not better or just as well as what people has characterized as being the greatest to ever do it.
100%.
Right. So me personally, I think it's hard to say that men were supposed to be the ones that lead with just seeing that women also have the ability to do so. And if you try to get into your like your religious bag or spiritual bag, if we're able to do it, then why aren't we doing it?
Right.
If we got the will and the power to do so, why do you think that it was only meant for you to do it? Especially when it shows that we can do it just as better or at the same success rate as what you did.
Right.
So I think it's just supposed to be a collaborative act.
It's always better. Like if you got two people that's both willing to take initiative and lead, like it only gets greater or better.
Yeah. And we episode 106, we was talking about just like communication with amongst our team, which is you and Jay. Now I'm not saying it's only just a you and Jay issue where I think that y'all could get better with communicating. It's definitely more than just you all, but you are the ones that stand out.
Right.
Right. And it's hard for me to not think that it's a man thing. It has to be a man thing to where you don't lead with wanting to communicate with the person that is supposed to lead you all to success. If you don't communicate with that person, how are we going to be successful? It's going to be very hard to do so. So, and I don't have the exact issue that I have with you all with communication with everybody else, because some people drop the ball sometimes.
Right.
It's just a consistent thing with y'all to where it's like, okay, this is probably a con for them. These other people, they can do it, and they've proven that this is not a con. This is just something that slips their mind sometimes to do so.
Right. Now we all got weak points. Yeah. Like, and one of mine, I ain't gonna speak for Jew, but one of mine is communication with anybody.
Jay might be worse.
The only reason I don't say Jay is worse than me is because I talk less with him. You know what I'm saying? You probably picking up what I'm saying too. You don't got to talk a lot to Jew. You don't got to say a lot, and he's not gonna give you a lot. So that's why I kind of minimize it, or at least I'll say I'm worse than Jew because I'm in more positions where I have to communicate versus him. Nah, Jew might be worse though.
I say he worse because I will tell bro, hey bro, can you tell me when you got this uploaded to the server?
He not.
Like, bro,
he not.
I just text you 5 minutes ago. I go check YouTube is uploaded. So that means like it was 5 minutes ago and I asked you to do this.
It's not, because I'll even tell you from man brain. Like he probably got your message. Because I'll tell you, I'll just use Jonesy man brain. If I'm in his shoes, I'll use the chapters. Hey Jonesy, upload the chapters. Woo. Or let me know when the chapters are uploaded. I bet. Do the chapters, upload them. I got to finish this video edit. Yeah. Damn, my phone ring. Oh, I'm doing laundry. Yeah. 8 p.m. come. Oh shit, I got the chapters uploaded. Yeah. A lot of times that happen. Yeah. Like a lot of times that's what happens. Yeah. So yeah, that's probably what happened with Drew. You gotta remember he a family man too. So it's even easier for him to let me know when you upload the woo, and wifey go, hey, something happened. Or your daughter didn't drop some shit right after he uploaded some shit and he went and cleaned it up. And then his phone ring. And then his wife want to talk about some shit.
I get it.
And then he might take a shit and scroll his phone and want to go do some other shit.
Don't put that on Jay. He a man. He don't shit.
What the hell? What? I thought women didn't shit.
No, men don't shit.
But that's pretty much what be happening. Like it's never a conscience decision. Like, nigga, I ain't finna respond to this shit.
I don't take it personally. I'm just someone that I work in the same field that I'm trying to make be my primary source of income. And so I have the same things that I try to instill into my team is the same things that is being reinforced at work. A lot of the shit that I do now is because I picked up on that practice from doing it at work, and I see that this garners success. This garners results. Just having a server. You ain't gonna find too many people that's running a business that has a server where they hold all their files and they pay for unlimited data because they know that they work with hella memory. Right. And that's just something that I told myself I have to pay for so that we don't have any complications. It's just a lot of stuff that I have done. Like even talking with Bob. I went to Bob. Bob is our audio engineer. And he was blown away from just us having the presentation that I had put on for me to introduce season 6 to you all before we started season 6. And he just said, like, I knew you were serious about your business with just having a presentation because I've never been in something that just started off with a presentation. Shout
out Jaleesa. I can't wait to have her on. Like, working with her showed me how, like, You could even see the biggest, most littest business entity on social media.
Yeah.
The doings are shit.
Yeah.
And it's propped up and funded by some shit that ain't got nothing to do with that because they don't take it serious.
Yeah.
Or at least that's not what they take serious.
Yeah.
So you can always tell, like in the pitch and the proposal, you can always tell how serious somebody is.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know what do I got to do from your perspective, Jonesy, for all of those reasons that happened for why the chapters wasn't uploaded when you said it was going to be. What do I personally need to do for you to be like, out of all of these reasons, I still didn't let that stop me from completing this task here?
None. You used to have to remind me, but I've gotten better. Ish. But yeah.
Do you think that I should have been reminding you?
Nah.
That's the stuff that I had that I be struggling with just like, cause I'm a people pleaser.
Right.
And I think a lot of people that get to know me enough, they realize that I'm a people pleaser. And so I'm going to keep making excuses and reasons for why it's me and it's not them.
Mm-hmm.
So if I just keep reminding this nigga, then it's going to get done. And when I slip up and don't remind him, it was my fault.
Nah.
I know it's not.
Yeah, that's a terrible way to think.
I get in my bag sometimes and get to people pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that be around me enough and learning about me, sometimes it can be manipulated. And so I'm a huge overthinker. And so sometimes I have to talk myself, because I don't take it personally, but I have to talk myself down from taking stuff personally sometimes when it consistently keep happening.
Preach that shit, T.
Shut up.
Preach that shit, boy.
Because niggas can start to manipulate you after they learn you for who you are and how you operate. And that's something that I try to make sure I stay on top of, is making sure I'm not being manipulated and taken advantage of.
But just understand, I would never manipulate you to make you talk to me more. Never, bro.
I'm not gonna ever do it, nigga. I'm not gonna ever do that.
I would do whatever needs to be done to keep to keep you off my ass. I definitely do it. Like, I never manipulate you into having to talk to me more, especially if it's correcting me.
Yeah.
That's one thing people gotta, or at least some people gotta look to when they think they're being manipulated by somebody. It's like, think of what they can or would gain out of it and remove your ego from it. Because that's one more text message. That's one more phone call. That's one more you getting on my ass. I wouldn't set you up to, you know what I'm saying, for that to even be a thing. Because I don't want to see that side of you type shit.
One thing with me, I'm gonna ask you a question. All this overthinking in my head, I'm gonna ask the question. We're gonna have a conversation about it. It's just something. And that's one of the part of the people pleasing thing that I do too, is that I was thinking about it, but I didn't do it. And so if something happens that I already predicted could happen, but I didn't like talk about it to try to avoid it, I blame myself for that. So like, if I'd been thinking about like, damn, I need to probably have a meeting with Jonesy and we talk about just this issue that's going on right now, and I don't set the time up to do it, and then it happens, but this next time that it happens really fucking like set us back, I gotta take that bullet because that's what I tell myself, because I didn't set that meeting up.
Right.
To try to, nip it in the bud right now.
Right.
You feel me? That's just the shit that goes on in my head.
Yeah. That's a context, or that's a situation thing, though.
Yeah, but I think I do it as a way to not like take it personal. Sometimes take things personally. I just try to blame myself for it. If there's any way to blame me for anything, that's my way of trying to not take things personally.
Right.
What didn't you do first? Okay, well you got to take that then. That's how I view things sometimes, which is not necessarily good sometimes. Yeah,
sometimes people just do some shit to you because they wanted to. Like, and there was nothing you could have done to make them not do it.
Yeah. What else was it that I wanted to talk about?
Just know I would never punish you by not uploading the damn chapters.
So this is the last day of Black Music Month.
Man, what a music month. Sometimes you gotta pop out and fuck niggas.
Okay. And Do you ever watch Tiny Desk performances?
I binge them whenever I do. Like I'll find a random day on some random shit if I got time, and then I'll like go through and see if it's ones that I want to watch. I like to let them build up. I know right now I want to watch Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
A newer artist just did one that I want to watch. I can't remember who it is.
Millie?
I don't think it's her, but now that you said it's Flo Milli, I'm gonna go back and watch that because I like her. I don't know who that is, so not her.
She's newer.
Bro, who the fuck? It might have been Flo Milli that I'm thinking of that it's just not clicking. But yeah, I can go back and binge them.
Well, one thing Tiny Desk gonna do is give us a show for Black Music Month.
Mm-hmm.
They had a great lineup to celebrate this month. They had Shaka Khan.
Right.
They had SWV come on to close out the month. So they are the latest one that came out. They had Flo Milli, they had Tierra Whack, and they had Kiara Shear. She's a gospel artist.
Mm-hmm.
And they try to show different sounds of Black music, because they definitely had some like African like music artists on there too. I just can't remember their names right now on the top of my head. But they had all of those artists on, and it was great. I watched Tierra Whack's one because I like her music a lot. She, if you don't know her, I would suggest you get into her music. She remind me of like Missy Elliott, but
which Missy we talking about? Like I love Missy, but there's also some Missy where it's like, bro, turn that shit off. Because Missy could get in her Missy bag, and you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, she don't got nothing that was like turn that shit off for me yet.
Okay,
she ain't got nothing like that. I think
she don't got like a lose control like Missy got.
Nah, she ain't.
Get your freak on.
She ain't give us a hit yet. She only gave us good music.
Oh no, I'm talking about sonically. Like she don't got them, because Missy made some pretty weird music.
You think Get Your Freak On was weird?
Sonically, it wasn't pleasing to me.
Okay.
Sonically.
Okay.
Creatively, it looks great and it presents well.
You might feel that way in some songs.
I never liked the
attempt to certain sounds, and she does it a lot with the inflection of her voice.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find something.
Like Crazy Feelings by Missy Elliott is my favorite Missy song. And it got Beyonce on it. We needed more than Missy and Beyonce link ups. We was definitely robbed with those.
Let me see. T-I-Raw.
But Missy got some music where it's like the production doesn't really set you up to be in the pocket. And Missy is such an expressive and creative artist that it doesn't, not being in the pocket doesn't stand out on her shit, because it's Missy. She does what she want to do.
Uh-huh. She got a song. Do you listen to Chief Keef?
Yeah.
Oh, did you listen to his latest project?
Nope.
Okay.
I was gonna say I don't listen to him like that.
He got a feature with Tierra Whack on it called "Band It Up." That's my favorite song off the project. She went crazy. She
a boom bap type rapper.
Oh, she do R&B and she do rap. She sing and she rap basically.
She like Don Toliver?
Nah. She said she get bored of rapping, so she start getting her singing bag.
Man, let me see what this nigga look like.
What's the song? So this is the song that I feel like is gonna give you the cringe if you feel like she too far into her Missy bag.
What's it called?
It's called a Shower Song. And it's literally about how she feel like she sound better singing in the shower.
Don Toliver looks exactly how I imagined. Yeah, that's exactly. You ain't got to play no more of it. Okay. That's exactly it. That's that shit I don't like.
Okay. Well, I didn't think you would like that song.
Yeah, that's that shit I don't like.
This song.
See, this more my speed. It's something with my brain, bro. Like if too much is going on in music, I'm just turn it off.
Understand?
I can't.
Understand, but she performed that song on the Tiny Desk, the shower song that you say you don't like, and I appreciate it way more. Even though I didn't dislike the song when I first heard it, it just wasn't my favorite. But when she sang it, I appreciated it more because it's just one of those songs where you talking about something that many of us relate to. We feel like we Beyonce when we sing it in the shower, right? And so she chose to make a song about it, and a lot of it was onomatopoeias because that's what you're doing in the shower. So she's creating the actual activity that you do in the shower in the song. So she got like these ad libs in the back that she had her band do while she was performing at the Tiny Desk. So it just really amplified the activity more. And they was throwing, and then they was throwing like paper balls and paper shit that you would do in school, like you throwing shit at kids. They were doing those things too because it was just a bunch of chaos. So you're adding more visual cues to the song to add more to put you in that setting of what this song is I guess setting or placing you at.
Performing the record can definitely give it a different and new appreciation.
Yeah, so I think you should watch her Tiny Desk and then come back to me and let me know if that helped.
I'm gonna listen to the music first, and if I don't like the music, I'm not gonna watch the Tiny Desk. But I will listen to the music for you.
No, listen to the Tiny Desk and then go to the song.
I can't remember who it was that I got put on through live performances first before like printed music. And I'm more likely to like your live music before your recorded music. And if I go and watch her Tiny Desk first and I like that and then don't like the recorded music, I'm never gonna listen to her again. Because I can't get Tiny Desk on Apple Music. And I ain't finna go bring it up on my phone, and I listen to majority music on my phone. So I'm gonna go listen to the music. And then, go watch the Tiny Desk.
Did you just admit to being the type of consumer that will make it hard for independent artists to not utilize streaming platforms?
What you mean?
So if they want to put the power back into the independent artists and not put it into streaming services, but you just said that you listen to music through streaming services and you're not going to go open up YouTube and go search for that shit.
Right.
Then you are the type of consumer that's going to make it hard for independent artists to be able to put their money back into their pockets and not have to go through distribution.
No, only because I go to live performances.
That's a live performance.
No, I'm saying I'll go watch your live performance.
Okay. But going to go watch her Tiny Desk is you supporting her live performance.
Yeah, but if I'm on the go, I'm not finna go bring up YouTube and listen to it. Now, if I go watch it and I like it, I'll go run it back. I'm likely to run it back.
So before you was a part of the pod team, you was listening to it on the streaming apps?
What?
The pod?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, podcast. I listen to all my podcasts through audio. Okay. Because it's not much to watch.
Damn. Well,
I mean, we look good. Don't get me wrong. We look good. This whole shebang look good. But like as far as vocal like content, I can listen to it.
So when I be crashing out on a camera, it ain't much to look at.
I'm listening to it, but I can feel you. That's the thing. Like with me, when it comes to speaking content, I like to create the scene.
So what if we playing Who You Got? It's on the screen. You get to watch it.
I'm creating my own in my head.
Okay.
That's how I enjoy it.
Okay.
Audio books, any type of speaking content. Like you don't have to create a visual for me. Like I'll create it myself.
Okay.
That's how I was with books. I might be steering off topic. Did y'all get read to when you was in school? Did they still do that?
Yeah.
Like the teacher would read the book in front of the whole class?
Yeah, and then we did popcorn. It was either or.
Okay, that was just some curious shit.
Yeah.
But like I think that's where it started with me. Like any vocal type of content given to me, I want to create and set the scene. If I can't go there myself and see it.
I understand it. I visualize stuff in my head. I'm an empath and stuff.
So when it comes to like performing artists, I'm either finna come and see you, or I'm gonna listen to the music that you printed.
Yeah, I get it. Shit.
And then when it comes to the apps, I'm only using Apple Music.
Okay.
So I'm glad you brought this up because if artists want to get ahead of a consumer like me, you'll go and record and release a live version of your music. Because if that same Tierra Whack is on Apple Music and I like it on YouTube, I'm going to go stream it.
Okay.
It's going to get added to the playlist.
Okay.
So, yeah, you independent artists out there, motherfucker, get some acoustic music out there.
Okay. I like to watch the pod instead of listen to it. I watch all my pods that I listen to weekly.
Where do you think that started? Like, what was the first podcast you remember ever watching?
Joe Budden.
First episode.
Joe Budden. I don't know the episode.
Okay, I mean, we ain't need that. But why do you think you took to it visually? Like, what made you go like, this is something that I want to watch? What got you into Joe Budden podcast?
I'm pretty sure I can listen to it on the streaming apps. Because I like to watch how the people are reacting. Like I even started watching this girl on TikTok stream Call of Duty, and she be cracking me up because imagine trying to listen to somebody stream a video game. It's not the same. You gotta actually see what happened, what transpired to the team losing instead of just hearing her rage.
I feel you.
You feel me? So then with the podcasting, if I say fuck y'all that didn't fuck with the Boston Celtics, and you would never know that I'm in front of Jonesy face right now with my jersey on saying hood. Like, unless somebody had told you, like Shania said, this girl is over here in Jonesy face right now. If you're on the streaming platforms, they wouldn't know. They would just be able to just hear me raging out. So I think if you would also see me doing it while hearing me yell at this nigga, you would believe me even more that I really fucking don't like you niggas that doubted the Boston Celtics. Right,
or like you're a really passionate fan. You passionate about your sports team.
Yeah.
That's cool. I feel that. Okay. But I would want to create that scene.
That's
like when I'm hearing you and you, fuck y'all, woo, woo. In my mind, I'm gonna picture you wearing a Boston jersey or whatever. I might even picture the nigga next to you in who they play, the Mavs, in the Mavs jersey. And I'm gonna go from there.
Okay.
But like, what got you into it? Like, what put
that's just what I went to first. Because I do go back to listen to us on streaming platforms just to make sure things sound good and whatever. But I don't. I just watch. I watch it on YouTube, and that's where I first was introduced to podcasting. Was just watching it, the video form of it. I wasn't listening to the pod.
But how did you? Because how I found podcasting was I found it in 2016. I was reading Charlemagne's book. I can't remember what the fuck that first book was called, but he was like, I'm either on The Breakfast Club or my podcast. And I was like, the fuck is a podcast? And I went and Googled podcasts, and then I Googled his podcast and listened to that. And I'm like, this shit kind of cool. Let me go see who else is out here. And then that's what got me into it. So what got you into getting on YouTube and going, I'm finna watch the Joe Budden podcast?
I was already on YouTube.
Was it in like a recommend you may know? Niggas at school was talking about it. Like,
nah, nobody was talking about it. I'm the type to find stuff on my own and put people on. Like, I didn't know it was that many people in high school that liked rap, battle rap like I did. I just found it on YouTube from recommended videos and I clicked on it. But I also enjoyed watching rap battles on 106 in Park. So I already had the interest there, and it just wasn't happening anymore on TV. And now a lot of us consume stuff off YouTube or streaming apps. So that's where I found it. And I was like, okay, this is home here. This is my type of videos, my type of content. And I just kept going back to it. Through rap battles, I did learn more about artists that are into that stuff. So Drake, he likes rap battles. Joe Budden, he went to URL
didn't he used
battles.
To battle?
Yeah, he had battled Hollow the Don.
Right.
Joe Budden battled Hollow the Don. So
did he lose?
I
Please say
remember.
yes.
I can't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember the battle. I just know that I watched it.
I hope he did.
And I can't tell you what brought me exactly to watching his podcast, because that's the first podcast that I watched to get into podcasting. But I couldn't tell you.
See, that's what I like to hear. Like, I like to hear about how like younger people got into podcasting and what made them like watch what they watch. Like, why do you sit here and watch these people talk about relationship shit?
Well, they wasn't talking about relationships.
I mean that, but I'm saying in general, yeah.
I couldn't tell you how I learned about Joe Budden's podcast. I couldn't tell you. Maybe Twitter. I don't know.
Yeah, I always I
don't know. I just know that is what sparked the interest in me to want to create my own podcast, is watching the earlier days of the Joe Budden podcast.
Because I feel like a visual podcast, or at least a visual component, it gives it like it's a video show. And I never cared for like video shows.
He definitely would rage out. Joe Budden would rage out in videos. And I did enjoy that stuff, watching it happen.
See, I don't. And especially with him. But I know I do like his clip when he like throws his headphones.
Yeah.
It's like 2024.
Yeah. He is funny. He definitely knows how to podcast. What was it? The kids, they say crashing out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I love that shit. Now, I didn't like it at first because they was saying it for stuff that was not crash out moments.
Right.
They just be overusing the term. But because I be watching this girl TikTok, stream video games on TikTok, and more mostly is Warzone, she be crashed out sometimes. Like, and it's on purpose though. She know what she's doing to get people to want to watch her shit.
Bro, gamer rages are funny.
Yes.
They're great.
And because I'm a gamer and I be raging sometimes, I understood it. So then I started embracing the word crashing out more. I just be saying it for the stupidest shit now, like the kids do in the comments.
Unk ass be yapping.
Yeah, I definitely be saying the kid shit now.
That's just hilarious.
We get older, man. I didn't know I was gonna ever do this.
No, you old as hell.
Say the kids lingo.
Hey, these kids coming up with some fire lingo. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. They cooking, bro. Yeah. The last couple of kids they ain't had that shit was whack, bro.
No, the shit funny, bro.
These kids not cooking, bro.
I love this, bro. Shut the fuck up. I'm finna crash out. You got me feeling like.
That is hilarious. Shout out to kids.
I think we might have a little time to speak about this. We spent like 10 minutes on it.
What, the funeral?
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, man. So I went to my auntie's funeral. God bless the dead. And after the whole weekend of festivities, I was like, gee, we got to change the culture of our family, like of my family. A lot of the shit we do is still like dated as hell. I even think the whole concept of a funeral is outdated, but we'll cross that bridge on another episode. And for years, like I've always battled, not necessarily with like identity, but it's like, gang, who the fuck, where did I draw this from? Where did I draw me from? You know, who exactly and why and blah, 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 blah. And a lot of it is my mom's brother. I say that to say this because my mom's brother is my mom's family is who I'm talking about, who I'm dealing with. And it's always speculation of like the men in my family being crazy and shit and all these stories. Yeah. And I get them later. And my cousin whose mom had died, he goes up there and gives a spiel.
Okay.
And he's like... And I knew as soon as he said, it's my truth and I'm going to tell it, you have to hear him say it to understand like why I knew where he was going with this. You have to hear the tone of voice. And I'm listening and he gets to spilling. Oh yeah, we on the Patreon. So I'll tell you where to find it. Okay. So yeah, it's still on Facebook and everything. Go to 1 hour and 26 of it. If you want me to send you the link, ask you for it. But it's 1 hour and 26. And he going in there, bro. He talking about how it would be my great uncle. So my grandfather's brother, he used to beat up my auntie, and then one time he even beat up what would be my grandfather's nephew, one of the kids they had.
Wait, who used to beat up the auntie?
Her husband, my uncle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
is that his biological father?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody in the story is blood, like blood related. This is my bloodline.
Yeah.
And once he beat up the kid, my auntie goes, "You have to get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
You could beat on me, but you can't beat on my kids."
Yeah.
And I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? So I'm like, and I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that story like the last like week. Like, who are we? You know what I'm saying? And I'm at a point like, yeah, G, we all know each other. We all know we related. But even the family events ain't even been feeling like connected. So I just feel like identity within like your family and your family culture is important if you're going to have like a community type shit.
How do people react to him saying this at the funeral?
They laughed. And then they did the quiet, I'm listening to you type thing. Because they knew he wasn't lying, but they laughed on some it's funny because it's true type shit. Because he didn't introduce it like he beat up the mom. It's more like my pops was on some crazy type shit. And that's like a reoccurring like thing is like the men in my family are crazy. And niggas, haha, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this whole thing, I'm like, yeah, bro. I haven't done as much worse things as like the past. I don't judge them or anything like that. I don't want nobody to hear this and take that. But I'm like, I'm drawing from a blank slate as far as like identity go. And that's pretty much where I'm at with things. And I'm kind of glad I didn't have a family by now. Because I'm starting to learn why shit like core values matter, principles matter, having some type of code of conduct like within your family matters.
Yeah.
Because it's more than that story that I'd heard of people that's even still alive. That's like, why they even still able to come around? Like they shouldn't even be, everybody should be on like one foot. And it's also how big my family is also showed me why that it can be a thing within your immediate family. And yeah, that's where I'm at with things now. Like your immediate family is so much more important. Like I have zero after dealing what I've been dealing with as far as like personal relationships and family, bro. Like the shit like that is so much more important to me now, bro.
Yeah.
Principles, ethics, code of conduct, like shit like that is so important to me now.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Now, imagine like the discovery that you're currently having with your family tree, and you just said that you're so glad you don't have a family yet because you could have been the product of.
I could have repeated the same patterns because I didn't have this much room to grow. Yeah. Imagine if I just had a kid, just one kid.
Yeah.
The couple $100 I had spent on therapy could have been spent on him or them. Yeah. Now I don't got money to therapy.
Yeah.
Now I'm still fucked up in the head carrying on what I think is right.
Yeah.
And I actually don't have the money for therapy because I have a responsibility.
Yep.
You can't crowd your life up with too many responsibilities, man, because you ain't going to be able to grow.
Yep.
Or at least you ain't going to be able to grow how you would like, or at least at a decent enough pace.
And what age do you feel like it got? What age do you think you got to this, like, discovery of, like, it's a lot that I got to to unlearn so that I can be productive with creating my own family? Within
the last 2 years. I say within the last year or two, I've been able to pinpoint like, okay, this is what the problem is. I don't know a lot. Yeah. That's the problem. For the longest, I couldn't come to that conclusion because that's not an easy conclusion to come to.
Yeah.
That's not a, what's the word I'm looking for? That's not a concluding statement, a consumption statement. I can't think. But I don't know what I'm doing isn't like a defining moment kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It's something that you come across it and then you build off of that. I don't know what I'm doing. So let me go find some good things that align with like some principles or some morals or some shit.
Yeah. Now you are 32. And you say pretty much when you turn 30.
Right.
Right. A lot of people think 30 is too late to have kids.
No.
Right. It's easy for you from the middle.
And then I was going to say from a man point of view. That's why I don't speak on that.
A lot of women think it's too late to have kids when you get to your 30s, right? And so just think about how discouraging it is to know that there could be men out here that it takes for them to get to the age of 30 to realize that they have stuff they have to work on for them to even be useful in building a family. Right. And these are like, people call me a man hater and they call me whatever, all the stuff in the book that they want to because of my perspectives on stuff, but it's just human behaviors.
Right.
I don't blame men for being a product of their environment.
Right.
Women are the exact same, but they have no choice but to get it together. As soon as that baby come out, they ain't got no choice. They got to figure it out. Even they get all the flack if they don't figure it out. Right.
And it's harder for women to run from responsibility.
Yeah. But y'all have all the time to just try to figure it out.
Shit, you think you got all the time. You don't. You behind the time. You behind the ball the whole time.
Yeah, I want all the freedom to,
but you think you do.
To go go figure it out, while this other person has a bunch more they have to juggle to just go figure it out themselves.
Right.
And so, like, my perspectives is based off of it's just that's what it is, and it's a double standard, and that's just what it is. Like, I'm just calling it out, and some people just try to run away from that being.
Man, double standards exist, bro.
Yeah,
lean into it. It's shit men benefit from that women can't do. It's shit women do that we can't benefit from. It's just it.
Yeah.
Because if I had titties, I'd show them off.
Yeah.
But no, like I would. It's like we don't. I hate doing. I hate we as men ass shit.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's we figure that out at 30. I think we make sense of it. Because a lot of us as black people in general, we're raised under the guise of obedience. Do what you say.
Mm-hmm.
So once you're raised like that, you start to get older, you grow up, you move around, you moving around. What do you have to be obedient to when you go out there and get older? Nothing.
Yeah.
So now you're figuring out shit, but you're figuring out life through being obedient to shit. And it's way too easy in life now to be obedient to a fucked up cause.
I mean, you have laws that you have to be obedient to, or
that
you go
too.
to jail, and people still choose to not be obedient to that. That's why a lot of our men are incarcerated.
Right.
So that's what they supposed to be obedient to when they're now on their own.
I feel it, but
I don't think they apply laws to responsibilities.
No, they don't, because you don't have to. There's no what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say no real penalty, because if you don't take care of your responsibilities, you end up fucked up. It's not maybe physically detrimental like a place jail would be, because think, like, you don't take care of your kids if you just do the bare minimum or do just enough. Like, you just get labeled as a deadbeat father.
Yeah.
You can still
gonna have some coochie that might let you fuck.
You can still go date. You can still go to work. You can still get rich.
Yeah.
You can still, you know what I'm saying? You can still do everything.
Yeah. You
not in prison. You don't got to worry about getting stabbed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like if the punishment for not carrying out your responsibilities versus going to jail is just too vastly different to even try to hold a nigga to expect him to walk along the same line to stay out of jail as he would to keep the same job for 5 years type shit.
I honestly don't know what we should do now to try to combat how long it takes for men to, in a sense, mature.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do you think we should do, just from the male's perspective?
We need to protect little boys' innocence for as long as possible.
Okay.
We can't grow them up too fast. That kills creativity in a sense if they grow up too fast, because you lose that what's the word I'm looking for? You lose that inquisitiveness.
Yeah.
If you 16 and you go to school for 8 hours a day, and then you take care of your siblings for the other 2, 3, or 4, maybe you got 30 minutes to an hour to yourself. You're not living no different than a fucking 32-year-old with a job. Mm-hmm. So from your 16 to 32, you finna live like that the whole fucking way. And you only live like that because your parents stripped you of your innocence because they kept having kids. And they don't, whatever the fuck is the reason, they don't have money and shit.
Yeah.
So that's a way you can strip your kids' innocence, by you not being responsible for yourself. And by the time your kid can do just a little bit of their own, you throwing them into a big role. Innocence is gone.
Yeah. Double standards exist in the way that we parent kids, like how we parent a boy and how we parent a girl. Double standards exist then.
100%.
I saw something on Twitter that has said raising boys aren't easier; it's just easier to neglect them. Okay.
That's a bar.
That's a bar.
That's a bar.
That's a bar.
And it's true. I feel like, I won't say it's true. I'll say I feel like it hits harder when you know a nigga don't take care of his daughter versus his son. Mm-hmm. It's weird. It's a weird double standard. I don't say I don't submit to it, but I see it.
Yeah.
And I realize it, and it's weird. And even I get it. I ain't even gonna hold you. Let me have a daughter versus a son. Now it's not gonna be vastly different. Like my daughter is the world and my son ain't shit. But it's like I might be just a little more tender or a little more softer towards my girl versus my boy.
I just feel like the things that we do to try to have strong, straight, heterosexual boys is abuse or drill sergeant type of parenting instead of parenting that one preserves their innocence as long as possible, and then two instills ethics and morals in them instead of fear.
Facts.
And it's like this slave mindset to obeying people that have authority over them or revolting.
Gee, that's why so many niggas crash out. It's not that they crashed out. They just don't have anything to be obedient to outside of the law. That's why a lot of niggas, it takes niggas going to jail and coming out and go, oh, I want to do good now. Yeah. Because the only thing they're obedient to are laws. And even that's a stretch, because why you in jail? And in jail, you have a drill sergeant. Right. So they tell you when to wake up, when to eat, when to shit, open the door, close the door for you, all that shit.
Yeah, and it starts at the home. If you being a drill sergeant to your son, and then now they have to go out into the world and they own and they're lost, it's because you wasn't reinforcing things in a positive way. You were telling them that anything that you fucking do, I'm finna punch you in the chest for.
Right. And can't express yourself because it's disrespectful.
Yeah. And so now that's what I think is gonna happen to me anytime I do something I ain't supposed to do. And so when I go into the real world, people ain't actually doing that to me. No. They're actually asking me to communicate with them, be able to formulate a complete thought, a sentence that has punctuation at the end. Mm-hmm. And when I can't, I feel less than. Because when I'm not able to, they're not punching me in my chest. They're actually giving me multiple chances until they fire me.
Yep. And then they're going to leave me alone for the rest of their life. Yeah. Because I couldn't talk to them.
And all I know is violence as a way to make me feel better. And so I'm finna go beat on my bitch when I go home and then get myself locked up for DV. And now I'm in jail.
Gee, even if you ain't even got a chick, you probably finna leave wherever you at, go to a basketball court and get into a fight with a random nigga.
Something,
bro.
Something to do with inciting violence because you just lost. You don't really know how to navigate a world that was taught to you is going to beat your ass if you don't know how to do something right, instead of they're actually going to try to have patience and understand you and then give up on your ass.
Facts. Bars. That might be my gym. That should have been my gym.
That's my gym.
God damn, I just lost it that quick. What the hell you just say? No. I got it back. Are we wrapping up?
Yeah, we wrapping
up. Oh, okay. Yeah, my gym is knowing how to lose. Because you're going to lose. You're going to. You should honestly tell yourself you're going to lose. Not everything. Like you obviously shouldn't anticipate being a loser. Mm-hmm. But nigga, it's gonna be some things you sign up for that you have full conviction in your heart that you just finna kill this shit. Yeah. And you lose. You need to know how to handle that.
I like that.
Healthily.
I don't think Drake did that. I don't think he is accepting this loss and he don't know how to just be able to take a L because he's been winning for so long.
Because it's not a real loss.
It is a real loss.
This is my conspiracy, man. These niggas, this is a money ploy by they big wigs. But I do agree. If like just to stay in the conversation, Drake wasn't a good loser.
Yeah, nah. He even still right now not a good loser. He thought that he could do this Camila Cabella joint and it was going to stream crazy and everybody finna tee up to Drake for the summer now. He thought he put on his Instagram, summer vibes coming.
See, I was just finna ask you, like, did he really think that? Because I don't follow celebrities on the internet.
He does the same thing every time some shit happens and they got social media talking. He'll post a picture with a caption on his Instagram story. That's his response to shit. And then he think the music finna speak for itself.
And okay, I'm following now. Sorry, you lost it. What's your jump? What you got for the streets?
My jump gonna keep being education until I start seeing people that's in our comment section, showing us that they're educated themselves. This presidential debate, I didn't even deep dive into my notes. I'll do it probably another time. There was a lot of things that was said in that debate that distracted a lot of people that are not very intelligent and aware. And I'm going to speak on us maybe the next Patreon or something. I'll go through some of my notes so that our people is a bit more informed. That was
simple and
episode.
Sweet.
If you are a Patreon subscriber, thank you for being a Patreon subscriber, and please leave comments. Only you and everyone that's part of Patreon can see them. Nobody else can see these videos but you all. If you would like for me to upload audio versions of the same episode, let me know that in the comment section, because I still also would like to cater to those people that like Jonesy that like to listen to the audio.
Yeah, I just have to see
version instead of just video. So let me know in a comment what you want, and I'll see if I can make a way for you. Well, thank you.
We got y'all.
Yeah, that was the episode. Peace.
Just watch the damn podcast.